Hey, has-beens. Day is here. Day 31. 31. The last day in January. Made it through the month. We had many trials and tribulations. It was quite a journey. And I want to start by thanking everybody for following me along. This month, I'll have to do a final count, but I believe I had over 750 views and something like 250 unique viewers, and I'm overwhelmed. Honestly, I'm shocked. Thank you. It's been really great having you guys here, and I genuinely feel like I couldn't have done it without you and your support and you commenting and following along with me. This is not this is not the end, of course. It's just the beginning, but you guys were a big part of the reason that I was able to force myself through the cold mornings, the bad weather, the 3 a.m. runs, the stretching and the soreness, and I'm honored that you'd let me join you on your train ride into work, or your car ride into work, or watching in your living room while eating dinner, or just on your phone trying to catch a 5 or a 10 minute break from work. I have a lot of gratitude, and I want to thank everybody for coming along with me in this journey, and you've been a big part of how this has helped me start off on the right foot. So thank you very much, and on we blindly stumble. So we decided it was time to go out with a bang. I decided we had to go out in January with a bang. Like I mentioned, I couldn't remember how many easy days I had. I was a little less than thrilled to see that I had scheduled myself for a Fartleking run. Got to bed before 10 o'clock, but after 9:30 last night, so a little bit later than I would have liked to. But we're having a Super Bowl potluck at work, so I had to cook something to bring, which kept me up a little bit later. Had a hard time getting up this morning. This was, I think, the first time I actually hit snooze and went to my emergency alarm. Talking about that 48-hour rule from the tempo run. There it is. It definitely hit me this morning. But I dragged my butt out of bed, came down here, and I did a Fartlek run. And it was a Polish Fartlek. 1 on, 1 off, 2 on, 2 off. I did 5 reps of that, so about 30 minutes. And the goal was to be about 9-minute pace on the easy and 6-minute pace on the hard sections. And I did it, actually. Obviously, the treadmill ramps up, so I took my first easy run a little bit quicker, closer to 8:15 or 8:20 pace. But I made up that ground really quick, and I ended up settling in around 8:49 pace on the easies and 6 minutes on the hard sections. And it snuck up on me, a lot like a tempo run does. The first 1 or 2 were quite easy. The third set was a little bit more difficult, and then definitely the second half, the 2 minutes of the fourth segment, and then the 5th segment became quite difficult. But it ended up being about 4.2 miles in 30 minutes. I was about 28:10 at 4 miles. And so yeah, it was a 15. So just to review: 15:40 warm up, 4.2 miles in 30 minutes, and then I did a 1.8 mile cool down in like 14:06, I think. So that's 59:46, which is 7:28 pace per mile average for 8 miles. And I believe, yes, this is my longest run of this cycle. So thrilled with it. Couldn't be happier. This is a big weekend, not running-wise. Running-wise, I've got an easy 4 recovery tomorrow, and then I've got another 8-mile run on Sunday with the last 2 miles at an up-tempo pace. It's a big weekend because I'm doing my first weigh-in tomorrow, and I have to think about how often I want to weigh in from here on out, because weight is going to be something that's important to at least keep track of. It's definitely not the final goal. If I can run 14:59 at 180 pounds, heck, let's do it. But I know that bringing the weight down is going to be a key indicator, one of my key performance indicators for success. So I'm going to be tracking, just right off the bat really quickly, I'm going to be tracking weight. I'm going to be tracking cadence. That's future. I'm not going to be tracking cadence right now, but I'm going to be tracking cadence, which is how many steps you take in a given minute. So the higher your cadence, up to a point, that's a good thing. So you really want your cadence to be in the 170, 180 steps per minute. And you want your cadence to be relatively equal. So whether you're running tempo pace or race pace or easy pace, you want your cadence to be roughly the same, within, let's say, 10 steps per minute within each other. We don't want you loping along on the easy days and then trying to rip your legs, trying to rip a good pace and spinning your legs really fast on the race days or the hard days. So cadence is going to be a key performance indicator, and then right now, tempo pace, real tempo pace, my lactate threshold pace. And I'm going to be doing a lot of lactate threshold type work and a lot of work to get my lactate threshold down to 6 minutes per mile. For me, that's if I can get my lactate threshold consistently down to 6 minutes a mile, and I can get my mileage up consistently at or above 50 miles a week, then I've really put myself in a position to break 5, because that's right about where my fitness was before when I broke 5. And I put myself in a really good position to break 17:30, perhaps start scratching the door at 17 flat. Because now I'm getting down towards maybe 5K race pace being close to 5:30, 5:35 a mile, and that's knocking on the door of 17 flat, which is the first big benchmark for me. And I know that if I'm at that fitness, even without doing any race-specific workouts, I can break 18 minutes because I've done it in the past. Actually, I've done it in the past mostly off of residual fitness. So, yeah, I mean, that's where I am. That's where I'm going. Weight, tempo pace, cadence. Those are going to be the big 3 things that I care about for the next 12 to 16 weeks. And if I can just focus on those 3 things, get my actual real tempo pace based off of heart rate down at or below 6 minutes a mile consistently. If I can get my weight just consistently, gently coming down, obviously it's not going to be super level. I'm going to have long stretches where my weight's going to remain flat. But as long as the other KPIs continue to build and continue to get better, then I don't really have to worry too much about it, because the goal is to improve your running, and you don't always have to drop a ton of weight in order to do that. And then my cadence, making sure that I'm consistently taking the right number of steps per minute in order to attain the most efficient running process. So, all that is to say, thank you very much again, everybody. And I will do a review of January, and looking forward to February, what I'd like to do. And that will all be coming up this weekend. So wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope that your running is going very well. And we will catch everyone tomorrow for the first day of February 2020.